In this episode, we join Scott Hemann in Illinois as he begins to prepare for his upcoming season.
All right, guys, it's July 2nd. As you can see, we got stands to hang. Today was kind of the coolest day in the forecast, so I'm out here a little early and gonna see if we can't get some stands up, trimmed out with a wicked saw, lone wolf's ready to go. Made it out to the timber. I got my stands that I need to set today, and I don't typically set a whole lot of stands early. I mostly do my run and gun sets because I'm a big believer in the first time you set in a tree is going to be your best chance to kill. The ones that are going in today are kill sets, and I only plan to hunt them one time. I put these in place because they're hard to get to, and I don't want to make any noise or close and tight to bedding. The least amount of noise that I can make getting into these, the better. Got the stand in. It's only 2 sticks high. I'm 8 foot, 10 foot off the ground. About all I can get. That's all I really need. I only have like 1, maybe 2 shooting lanes, which is all I need for this spot as well. It's kind of a transition area between the CRP and the bigger timber, and then another creek is off that direction. It's thick, nasty bedding area, and should see plenty of deer and hopefully a good one. I just got to the tree I'm gonna hang in. Coming out here, I was hoping to set somewhere on the leeward side of this hill, but after kind of looking at it, I decided to get up on top. So by getting up top here, all my wind should be able to blow over top of anything coming down through the bottom, and I can overlook this entire bottom out behind me. It's my 8th and final one for the summer, so thank goodness. That's hoping what happens here. Otherwise, it's in a good observation point. I can see once the leaves are down, I'll be able to see it all the way behind me through on top of this big flat, and then everything right back here down below the hill, all the way to this opening. Whenever the leaves are off, I ought to be able to see this house that's right down here. But with any luck, good things will happen here. I'm hoping that kind of out of all my stands. So anyway, I'll give you a tour here. Well, what I expect them deer to do, right down in here, and just walk this edge kind of all the way around through this lane right here is where I'd like to shoot. Well, anyway, that was just the quick little tour, and I am glad to have stands done.
With tree stands ready, Scott now turns his attention to tuning his bow for the upcoming season. Meanwhile, in Michigan, Bruce and Lisa Ripka were trying to get on a few good bucks.
I don't even know what the date is. It's some night in July, and Bruce and I are out on a much-needed date. And a gentleman in our community has this 40-acre parcel that he really doesn't have a chance to get out on or use, and he said, hey, if you guys are interested, why don't you go on out and check it out, see what we can see. We're hoping that maybe this can turn into a spot that we can hunt together. It's close, pretty close to home, and we know big deer are out here, and if this farmer decides he's just too busy to get out and hunt this piece himself, maybe Bruce and I can get out and help him out a little bit.
So we're sitting here, and I look out, and I was like, oh, there's a deer. I hit it with the binoculars, and it's a buck, and I was like, oh, it's a buck. You know, it wasn't anything. What?
I said it was a big buck.
Yeah, it wasn't anything, like, super spectacular, but a nice one. And then, like, 6 or 8 big bucks just come flying out.
Just barreling out.
Just running out into the field. something spooked them. There's a party going on back behind us, and the music is kind of crazy. I think they just played sticks, and that's what scared the deer off. So they're probably 300 or 400 yards out there, but there's no way for us to get any closer. So we're just gonna hang tight and see if we can get anything to come a little closer to us.
We're at the food plot on our property, and it's a beautiful sunny afternoon, and the food plot needs lots of work. So Dad's gonna mow it down, and he's gonna till it up, and we've got our little people with us helping, obviously.
This week the food plot's like neck high, so I'm gonna mow first, mow down so I don't get it all tangled up in the tiller. Till it this week, let it sit for the week. I'll till it again next weekend. If it's good and there isn't a whole lot of things left growing, then I'll plant maybe next weekend, if not the weekend after. We had great rain today, and I have my food plot mix here ready to rock and roll. I don't go with a commercial mix. I kind of get my own from a local feed store. This year I'm doing turnips, chicory, radishes, Austrian winter peas, a couple other things the deer like to eat. And I'm gonna plant it out here in this little area, but first I need to drag it. Kind of in between rain, only got like a half hour and it's gonna rain again. So I wanna get this drug out now that I have it tilled and everything. And then I'm gonna throw some seed down, and hopefully, weather cooperating, the stuff germinates and sprouts. And I'm gonna get on the four-wheeler here, get out with the drag it one time, spread the seed, drag it one more time, done, get out of here. And then really I won't be back in here until October, other than once in a while just to check on it. So.
We just came up this afternoon, it's Sunday, and we wanted to check out the food plot and see how it's looking after Bruce had planted it and drug it. And it was pouring rain, so we didn't get to come up here with them with the kids, so we decided we would sneak up here all quiet, well, as quiet as you can be with 3 little people, and try to see how things are looking. And it looks awesome. Everything's growing up, it's nice and green. You can see the deer have already started to nibble some of it off. The peas are really sprouting up, and there's deer tracks all through it, but it looks like he got it in at the right time and into the ground, and it looks happy.
Thanks for watching this episode of the White Knuckle Web Show. Be sure to check us out next week, because there'll be more preparation to share from the whole White Knuckle team. And good luck this season. Shoot straight and always wear your tree harness.
Stick and pick we use all the time. My ground mounts, my tree mounts, started using for the second angle cameras. I just can't say enough about the ease and the quality, the fact that you've got something like stick and pick where I can put it exactly where I want to put it.
There's one commonality with trail cameras. There's never a tree to put a camera on or in or near, and if there is one, it's on a crazy angle, so you spend 20 minutes taking branches and leaves and bark and corn cobs to try to make your cameras level. In 2 seconds, you make an adjustment and your stick and pick is perfectly mounted. It saves you time.
In this spot here, there's not a tree close enough to where I want to be in these beans. So what stick and pick allows me to do is just run my camera anywhere I want it. There's not enough good things to say about these things. They're inexpensive. The durability of them is, I mean, second to none.